Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, where I have successfully gone through all of my various alchemy things, and I have managed... Interesting. So, apparently this is where I actually adjust my UI settings. And I had actually adjusted them before I before I started recording. But reloading it did not appear to save that, and I don't see any option here to save those effects. But let's focus on the important thing. After cycling through all my stuff, my adventure to Shadowfang Keep has netted me over 35,000 gold. Going through all of my alchemy took my alchemy skill up to 52, and my mercantile skill is now sitting at a lovely 18. So, I have an absolute crapload of money. I've got 5 new mods installed, which we may or may not be able to tell easily as we go through. But the first thing we need to do is find something to do with my money. So the first step...
Welcome to a fighting chance.
Wait. I just had a thought. Okay.
Good day.
Doesn't matter. The first thing I'm going to do is actually spend stuff to do with my money.
Pay attention.
And among those, I really want to train up my armor.
Good that you want to.
I want to reach a point where I am able to repair my own magic gear, which I will not be able to do until I hit Armorer 50. I think today we are also going to learn the angel summoning spell. I don't think I lost the recording where I actually got the flawless diamonds. Maybe I did. I don't know. But
pleasure to...
the important thing is that we can get some extra stuff for Frostcrag.
Well met. Have a look
and we can do it very, very cheap. So let's load up to 75%, buy the Mage Tallow candles. And... sure. An alchemy and a vault area. That should be fine. That'll give me the opportunity to start having, like, actual long-term storage. And I think that's honestly all I really need to buy for right now. I wish so much that when you fast traveled to Frostcrag, it would just put you at the door. It would just make this a lot easier, don't you think? I've also decided that I really like the look of my Fell Steed. He's a good horse. Here we go. So let's pull a couple things out of storage, like Shadowfang. And No, not that, but... I mean, I do plan on just visiting Midas after here. I do have a flawless ruby and topaz. So that's a pretty good start. We're also going to take these sigil stones, watermelons, pumpkins, I don't know, maybe some glow dust. That should be enough for now. What was it I grabbed that I really didn't think I needed to grab? I can't even... There we go, the alcohol. Okay. So first things first, we now have access to enchanting here in our lovely place. So that is wonderful. I'm not going to be doing any enchanting right now. Simply because it's actually kind of a pain to get the soul gems that I need. We do have an alchemy laboratory, though. And a mushroom on fire. Oh, that's an apprentice alembic. That's an apprentice mortar and pestle. And when you stand here, your alchemy skill is actually temporarily increased by 15. Which is what makes the lab so good. Ooh, a game at dinner. We'll take that. That's an alchemy skill book. Petty soul gem. Not bad. And we'll drop off a couple things in the vaults. So, we're just going to use this chest right in front of me as general storage for, like, trophies and other things that I'm never really going to sell or use, but want to hold on to. So, the Dollarine Archrange Robe, the Shadow Fang, those are nice pieces of my adventure. The History of Shadow Fang Keep book, we can put that there as well. Yeah, I think that is good. And we can do even better alchemy now. Whoops. Didn't actually want to get rid of all that. I want the glow dust. I want the pumpkins. Cool. So, I accidentally sold my white monk robe. But, anticipating the possibility that I could screw that up, I made sure that I did not take the other one from Waynon Priory last time I was here. So, let's go pick it up and learn to summon an angel. And it should just be right here. White monk robe. Perfect. Awesome. Let's head first to Skingrad in order to get some of the summons I want to get. Almost all of the recipes to make them involve the use... Let's see, hammer and tongs. Here we go, all things alchemical. A lot of them involve having, ectoplasm. Which does kind of make sense. You know, it's an alchemical ingredient derived from ghosts. No, they are still closed? Why are they still closed? There we go. Hello.
Me? Only
Pleasure to
qualities
meet
for
you.
sale here. What can I do?
You do have an apprentice retort. I do want that.
I let that go too cheaply.
Please tell me you sell some ectoplasm. You sell an ectoplasm.
A pl-
Fair enough.
You too.
Alright, next up, Arcane University. Back over here to Midas. So today we are actually going to be making a push into the astral realm. So the first thing we're going to want to do is to summon an angel, which is Gold Nugget, Flawless Diamond, and White Monk Robe. So, White Monk Robe, Flawless Diamond, Gold Nugget. And there we go. We have learned how to summon an angel. Next thing, I already learned how to summon the Cheese Etrinac. But surely I can do better than that. A Melon Atrinac and a Pumpkin Atrinac. 3 pumpkins, gold nugget, ectoplasm, 3 gold nuggets, watermelons, and an ectoplasm. So let's put in our 3 watermelons, an ectoplasm, a gold nugget, and I guess it didn't eat all of the watermelons. But we have learned to summon the Melon Atrinac. So the Melon Atrinac, I can cast it, but it's hard. The Angel, I cannot cast because I don't have enough Magicka, and the Cheese Etrinac, I really can't summon because I do not have enough Magicka. But there is a way to work around those. But first, we're going to work over here. As you flip through the book, what do I need? Flawless everything to get the Astral Mark and Recall. This just lets you set down a bunch of waypoints and teleport between them at will. One thing you might see as you flip through these is that a lot of the recipes call for essences. And how do you get essences? Well, you use these things. First off, this assimilator is an alchemical apparatus specifically designed to extract raw materials from mundane jewelry and sigil stones to recombine into useful materials. So, if you have, let's say, a ruby necklace, and you put it in here, and then separate, you can get rubies out of it. If you put gems into here, you can use them in order to create higher quality gems. Basically, if you have 3 lower quality gems, they combine into 1 higher quality gem. Sigil essences. A sigil stone may produce 1 to 5 lesser essences depending on its strength. 5 lesser essences may be combined into 1 greater essence. These magical essences are the basic building block for many of the more powerful Midas spells, and can only be obtained from sigil stones. The combined settings... Low, the setting will produce no better than flawed or lesser essences. Any gem in the container above this quality is broken down. Medium, this setting will produce normal gems or greater essences. And high, this will produce flawless gems. 9 flawed gems are required to produce 1 flawless gem, and 5 lesser essences form 1 greater essence. And that's basically it. One thing I like about Midas is that it's actually very well documented how to use its systems just right in the game, which makes that very easy. So for instance, if I put in these 2 sigil stones and say separate, we now have a lesser arcane essence and a lesser frost essence, which can be applied for later purposes. Now, I do in fact have access to a spell that makes me smart. And for 1 second after casting it, it gives me a maximum magicka of 384, which is more than enough to summon the angel, but it wears off before I can actually cast the angel. And the only way to get the spell that will let me fly, so I can explore the astral realm, is to use an angel feather in the crafting recipe. An angel feather can only be bought from an archangel. The summon angel spell creates archangels if you cast it while inside of a chapel. So the first thing I need is a spell that is going to let me become super smart for 2 seconds, which is going to be just long enough to summon the angel. And then the angel is going to sell the angel feather, but at an exceedingly high cost. Hence why I spent the entire last episode making a ludicrous amount of money from Shadowfang Keep. So we're going to fortify attribute intelligence on self 100 points for 2 seconds. And this spell is going to be called Be Smart, but for longer. Perfect. Now we just need access to a temple. So we'll put Be Smart but for longer there. We'll put Summon Angel there. It's also important to note, now that we are going to be utilizing them, that Midas summons do not follow the 1 conjured being at a time limit. You can have multiple summons based on your conjuration skill. I think the max is 3. They all have to be from different spells. And you have to use a specific spell in order to unsummon things that you create. So, Be Smarter for longer.
Well met.
And we summon an angel. And we are at negative 83 magicka right now. Yeah. Fortification spells, if you're not careful with them in the heat of battle, they can actually just end up killing you because of stuff like that. So, play around with stuff like Fortify Health at your own risk. Now we just need... Where did you go? Did you disappear? Did you unsummon yourself? I didn't think it was possible for you to unsummon yourself. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. Become smart. Summon angel. Cool.
Well met.
So,
Only
there we go.
quality goods for
They
sale.
sell an angel feather.
What can I interest
They are
you in?
asking 24,000 gold. But we can probably get a pretty severe discount on
Pay
that.
attention, and you
They can
learn
also
a lot.
train restoration.
Can I interest you in some of
And
my
you can buy
wares?
really, really strong healing spells from them. Including Heal Legendary Wounds, which will heal you for a staggering 360 points of health over 6 seconds. So the first thing we want to do...
Bye.
is get enough magicka to cast
hope I can help.
that.
Have a look around.
And now we can probably barter a very significant discount. Let's just go all the way up to 90. and see if we can buy it for a mere 18,000. We did. All right.
Thank you for your... Bye.
We are now the proud owners of an angel feather. Now back to the university, and I will be able to learn the secret of the Midas wings.
Hello, guildmate.
I swear this everything looks brighter, or maybe it's just because I spent so long in Shadowfang Keep that I got used to the dark. Alright, Midas's Wings of the Angel, which I think is the last spell in the book. It's just a gold nugget and an angel feather. The caster sprouts wings and is able to fly for 30 seconds. While in flight, the caster must remain stationary to cast spells or arrows. Okay. So finally, I actually get to show this off. I remember this being a little bit janky, which honestly should not be surprising. It also requires a restoration skill of 50, which I am nowhere near. And I don't think... I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think Fortify Attributes lets you bypass the cap on casting spells. I could be wrong. We are going to attempt a Fortify Restoration on Self spell, and we will see if that will enable me to utilize the wings. You know, I really do think it's just I spent so long in the Shadowfang Keep mod, where stuff really was just unnecessarily dark. Okay, so Fortify Skill, and specifically I want to Fortify Restoration, 100 points, on self, for 2 seconds. And we will call this... I'm a healer! Alright, does that allow me to cast the Wings of an Angel? Let's try I'm a healer. And Wings of an Angel... No. Okay, that does not work. So the next big thing I need to do is to grind up my restoration spell. We're just going to get rid of that. And honestly, Become Smart is pretty effective for just a training spell. How quickly does that help? I'm at 18% right now. 20%. So, I am about to sit here and hold down my cast button until I have a restoration of 50. I will see you in a minute. Finally! The secret energies of the human body have not surrendered their mysteries easily to you. You are now a Journeyman of Restoration and can cast Journeyman-level Restoration spells. So, I pretty much just put a small but rather heavy weight down on my casting key and left it there for about an hour and a half. That's about how long it took to take me from whatever I was at to 50 in restoration. And yeah, it might have been done as long as 15 minutes earlier, but around an hour and a half. So now I can fly. So I can angle where I want to go. Jump doesn't actually do anything. So it's really just about aiming my direction. Alright, that is very useful. How straight up can I go? Actually, let's get back down. Ow. Right. I also had God mode on while it was casting that. I mean, who can blame me? It just makes it go faster instead of only being able to cast, you know, every time that my magicka is high enough. But this is absolutely wonderful. We can now finally start to make some real progress on the Midas Magic mod, which is easily probably my favorite Oblivion mod of all time. This better work. Oh, and by the way, the flying, yeah, that's going to make that is going to be making let's see. There we go. The wings is going to make doing Oblivion gates laughably simple. Oh, I suppose I should... There we go. Bind that. Alright. So there it is, over there. This should work. Yep, looks like it's working. It doesn't really seem to angle much. It seems to just travel at a consistent angle. Perfect. Okay. Well then, we shall take the astral gate to the astral plane. Oh, what the... Okay. Anyway, welcome to the astral plane. So, obviously, there's a big, shiny thing over there. So, that is the first thing we are going to go and look at. And remember, all of this is so that eventually we will be able to open up... Oh, what the hell? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, he's using Midas's Force Push spell on me. Melanatronarch. Oh, God. Well, that's disturbing. Okay, we're fine. No. Crap. Alright, that didn't do anything. Alright. So he's got... Ooh, boy. Okay, so lesson learned. Use regular weapons on astral shadows. Here is the astral heart. Whoop. Whoop. And we have 5 strange pedestals. So that is your clue that what you need to do is go out and kill 5 astral Atronax. And that is the necessary step in order to access the Astral crystal or whatever, and then you need that in order to do the thing to activate the Stargate, which you can use to travel to different realms. It's a whole big adventure. Now, the Astral Atronachs are really, really tough. Like, these things are kind of a nightmare. I believe they are completely resistant to frost. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy. Yeah, I think they are completely resistant to frost and shock. And on top of that, 75% resistant to fire. Oh my god, this thing is such a pain. Yeah, Astral Realm kind of sucks. Okay, that's fine. You know what would be really nice right now? If there was some kind of an Astral Atronach that was helping me. Yes, go. Go, my warrior. Use your watermelon powers. Okay. Gotcha. So, it's a big ol'... Oh, crap. It's a big ol' teleportation maze up here. Okay. I don't even know where I am. Okay. Let's try going no clipping. Try and figure out where I am. Okay, maybe if I just let myself fall. I have no idea what's going on. Alright. This is the problem when you are dealing with enemies that are actually using physics manipulating spells. They're just not fun to go up against. It also doesn't help that these astral shadows are apparently have spell reflection. Okay. Let's try going over here first. Maybe we'll have a little extra luck. Hello? What are you? Oh. Okay, you're an enemy with a teleportation beam. Interesting. Damn. I have no idea if I'm just not supposed to go over here, and that's why this is here, or what. Crap. Doesn't look like anything is hiding around here. Okay. I killed it. Boy, that thing had a lot of blood. It's almost like there's, for some reason, a suspicious blood mod that's been added. Okay. Astral Shadows it is. That's going to be really annoying. There's probably a Midas spell that would actually defend against that attack, but I really don't have any particular interest in just heading out of here and flipping through the book just to see if I'm right about that. We're going in. Okay. There we go. At least they go down easy. Okay. There we go. As long as I'm circling them, they don't seem to be able to actually hit me. So we are looking for astral golems, elementals, something like that. This looks important. Where does this go? Okay, Midas Astral Gate, which is not doing anything. The real trick here is just to make sure that you keep track of where you're going. It's not too difficult of a teleporter maze. It's just normally teleporter mazes don't have that long of a period of time between teleportations. Okay. A will-o-wisp. I really don't want to mess with that. Yep, I think I see our first target up ahead. So, these things are a problem. And I'm actually going to drop a save before I try to fight one. With any luck, my summon is going to be able to handle most of the work. Are you seeing the problem with these things? That is a spell it does. That is a really freaking powerful spell. Ouch. These things have a kind of ridiculous amount of health. And yeah, they cast this, like this damaging storm. Honestly, absorb health might be the most reliable way to take them down. Okay. And that gives me some void salts. I am curious if this big crystal opens with a lock or anything. Oh. Oh. Okay, you actually can harvest those. There we go. Astral Prism. That is what we are trying to get. We need 5 Astral Prisms to put on top of the 5 pillars. And that is how we are going to gain access to the Great Astral Prism. Oh. Good work, Melon. Thank you very much. I also still have no idea what that Astral Gate does. I think it might be where you connect to this realm. Okay, something fell over there. I think it might be where Midas's Stargate connects to this world. Alright, next up, we're going to go straight across the gap. And there's 3 gates over there, and we're going to start working our way through those. I don't know exactly where they are going to take me, because while I do have a very good memory for general information from this mod, I do not have a significant amount of specific information. Okay, that's Astral Mist, Astral Spire. Let's try Astral Spire first. Oh. Okay. Got a big boy up there. Oh, God. Oh, I hate these things. These are genuinely one of the worst enemies imaginable to have to fight. Okay, it sent me into the wall. Okay, that's one down. There's at least one more around here, and probably more than one. Let's take the spiral. Oh God, where? Okay, up there. There we go. Alright, shadow down. Blunt scale increased. Crap! Oh, good. It passes through walls. Okay. Oh my God. Ugh, what a horrible enemy design. Oh God. Okay. Melon. You work on handling that, okay? Okay, he's keeping up his barrier. I really don't want to get stuck in that barrier. It's fine. And boom. Void salts. Alright, that should get me my second astral prism. I have no idea which of these directions I came from. Okay. I came from that one to the east. Understood. All right. Let's continue our exploration with the portal to the south. And this is the Astral Chaos. Ooh. Okay. You know, this doesn't really look all that fun. Let's just rely on some wings. I don't need to be doing a bunch of Oblivion platforming. I think I have enough time to make it to this large platform here. Alright. Jeez! Okay, yeah, we absolutely cannot afford to be trying to get through this while you are actively casting those spells on me. Okay. Whoop! There. I think one of the biggest problems with trying to build platforming into Oblivion is that characters' speed and, no. We are not falling off today. We're just going to fly up here. Is that characters are going to have inconsistent values of speed and jumping ability. And in the end, that really just makes any attempt to build consistent platforming segments. What the? Did it just send me back here? What a jerk. Alright, fine. We'll just fly back over then. Why would you do that? Other than being a jerk. Yeah, we can easily make it to the far end of this platform. Okay, that's fine. We are safe. Now let's finish this guy off. Hello, sir. Gotcha. Okay, void salts. Now, are you kidding me? So, Astral Prism is going to be somewhere over here, probably. But I can't really account for exactly where. Ah, here we go. God damn it! Are you kidding me? It actually spawned a will-o-wisp right there. No, you know what? Screw it. We're not dealing with that. I am not going to be dealing with having gone all the way over there so it could spawn a freaking will-o-wisp to just screw me like that. I'm not going to be dealing with a freaking astral shadow launching crap on me from a distance while I do this. That's what those blue things are. They're where this thing's various force pushes have flown out and gotten stuck. That is so dumb to have a will-o-wisp right here. That is just objectively a poor design choice. If you want the player to have an easy way to teleport back, then you have the will-o-wisp spawn after they grab the prism. There. Alright, that is my third astral prism. Again, let's just make sure that none of the big ones can shatter open. Looks like we are okay. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Really? Okay, I need you to get up here. Perfect. But that's good. That's really good. We were able to traverse the astral chaos. Hello, Melon. Glad to see you're doing well. And my next destination is going to be over here. The astral realm is a little bit confusing. Okay, the astral spiral. Okay, so there's definitely going to be shadows on these ledges, and then an Atronach at the top. Come on, Shadow. Cool. Would have been a lot easier to do this if I'd come in here with silence effects. Alright. I'm guessing there'll be another one here. I'm going to traverse around the edge before I try to fight this thing. Make sure to grab my mushrooms. Hello, sir. An astral plasmoid. Cool. Doesn't seem like I can interact with its corpse. We still got a couple more levels of spiral to go. I'm guessing there will be a shadow either here or on the next one. Where are you at? No? Okay, well then there's gotta be one up here. Yes. Okay. Cool. Plasmoid. And you're dead. If I didn't still have the difficulty down to 10%, this would be absolutely miserable, bordering on almost impossible. These things are absolutely tanky bastards. Their resistances are crazy. On top of that, they've got spell absorption, high resistances. Oh boy. There we go. Got him. And there it is, my 4th Astral Prism. Now, I'm going to take a shortcut down, which is turning off collision just before I hit the ground. I imagine, considering how much I've broken this game already, and, you know, consistently ignored any possible interpretation of intentional playing, I assume no one's going to be that worried about it. This is the final direction I haven't traveled in yet, so we just need one more of these Astral boys. Alright, this leads to the Astral Mist. Oh. So this is the Astral Mist. It's just a tunnel. Huh? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Hello. Hello. And where do you lead? You lead back to the astral plane through here. Okay. So where do you go? There's not too many places left that we haven't been. You lead to the Astral Spire, and you specifically lead to the lower ring. So up there's where we had the 4 portals in 4 cardinal directions. And you lead to the Astral Mist. Interesting. And you lead to one of these portals. So one of these Astral Mist portals goes somewhere that I haven't seen before. Oh, okay. Alright, we appear to be underwater, but we're not actually drowning. But this is definitely a new area. You're oriented this way, which leads me to think that you intend for me to head this way. Maybe. I don't know what the situation is here. That way was more astral plane. This way, right? No. Over here. Okay, we're nearly there. Okay. So there's definitely other places here in the Astral Mist. I think all I can really do is just try to investigate. Oh, Astral Temple. Okay, okay. Yeah, Astral Temple, definitely different. Definitely somewhere I haven't been. I don't like the look of this platform. Nope, okay. Then I'm going to guess that it'll spawn an Astral Shadow on the platform in between these two braziers. Okay. Oh, boy. Come on. Alright, nope, we're going. Nope, we are turning collision off. We are turning collision off until I'm back on my feet. Okay. I don't know where I am. Collision off. We're going to face down and try to go up. Oh, God. Am I... God damn that spell! Am I seriously going to have to redo the entire Astral Void again because of those goddamn things? Okay. Give me a minute. I'll get back here. Okay. I am back. The Astral Shadows on either side have been defeated. And we can proceed. Oh, God. There's a wisp. Okay, Wisp is dead. Good. Yep. Yep. There's the physics attack. How very pleasant. Okay, we're gonna have to heal. Just in order to continue surviving that attack. Oh my God. And it hit me with another one. Oh my God. Dude, just die already. Ah! Of course! Its spell effect remains active even after it's dead. Why wouldn't it? That's okay, though, because we got Void Salts. And we got the Astral Prism. And now that I have all 5 Astral Prisms, the first thing we are going to do is rest, so my health is at full. The second thing we are going to do is absolutely save. And lastly, we are going to head back to where we saw those 5 stands, put the Astral Prisms on them, and then this Midas mod is really going to start rolling. Because believe it or not, the spells that you have been shown already... Okay, we need to go west. The spells that you have already been shown in the spell books are a fraction of what they could be. Oh! Oh, did I just have God mode on the whole time last time? Oh, I did. That's why I didn't drown. Okay, you're actually supposed to drown here if you don't have water breathing. Oh. I guess I just hadn't turned off God mode after I was in Astral Chaos. I literally didn't even notice. I think that goes to show you just how ridiculous it is. This whole realm is just absurd. Okay. Well, we're back now. So there is one shadow up there. We already know about it, so we're going to be able to mitigate its threat. Okay. Got him. And now the Astral Heart. Oh, I'm really excited. I have not done this in years. Okay, I'm going to need some kind of a sequence. Okay, I think it wants me to do the Close Encounters of the Third Kind jingle. Yep. Alright. Not bad. I have awakened the Great Astral Crystal, and so have learned the Holy Judgment spell. So what is the Holy Judgment spell? 500 points holy fire damage on undead and 20 feet on touch. That is kind of absurd. It also, more importantly, said that the Great Astral Crystal has been awakened. So I believe this means that Midas's Stargate can now be used. Let's head back, and I will save the next episode for most of the exploring other realms that this mod lets you get. And just to reiterate, all of this, the Astral Realm, the Midas spells, all of that is from a single mod. The Mine, which I still haven't even properly explored yet, all of that has been from a single mod. Oh, wings. Whoops. Oh, right, that's why the melon keeps coming back. I forgot. Midas summons don't go away until they are unsummoned or killed. Alright. Nope, a little bit more. There we go. Oh, God. Do not go through... Okay. Do not go through area transitions with the angel wings equipped. Lesson learned. Oh, what's this? The Astral Map. This crosswords or crossworlds puzzle provides you the clues to the different realms that you can access through the Stargate. So, for instance, down 5, potato, 5 letters. So 5 letters. The clue is potato. But there's only 6 letters that could possibly go in it. A, E, L, R, S, and T. So the answer is T, A, T, E, R. The Great Astral Gate seems to have a control panel which would allow it to access other worlds. Perhaps Midas has left clues or directions nearby. Okay. So once again, T, A, T, E, R. I will show off one world for today, and that world was accessed by spelling tater. Oh. Okay, that's cool that you actually just walk through it. And this is Tater World, with a prize potato. It literally is Stargate. And I absolutely love it. Okay, so that was one of the worlds that we can visit. Let's take around this. So, obscures the forest, 2 across, 5 letters. Trees. So, trees is going to be one of the clues. 2 down, starting with a T. Plain lost. I'm not sure. What's 4 across? Kneel before me. Don't know. Oh no, 2 down is Garridan's legacy. This refers to Garridan's tears. So Tears. So trees, tears. 4 across starts with an A. Kneel before me. I really don't know. What is 3 across? 3 across is a sticky situation, so that would be tar. So there's a T there. 6 across, freezing rain is S-L-E-E-T, sleet. So L starts with a T, ends with an L. The clue is plain lost. I really don't know. But if this is sleet, 6 down, burning sensation, S-L... a burning sensation, sears. So that's probably sears, S-E-A-R-S. 7 across is old and moldy. 8 across is shocking. So that's S-E-A, old and moldy. This one is S, shocking. T-R-A-L? 1 down is Astral. It's Astral. 1 down is Astral. Okay, so I've actually filled in most of that crossword already. I want to see if I'm right about that one. A-S-T-R-A-L. And I assume that's going to take me through the gate that we saw earlier. Yes, it did. Okay. So I'm going to work on filling out that crossword. I am going to get ready to go on this grand adventure. And, well, On the next episode, we are going to be exploring the various worlds that we can reach through the Stargate. But I'm afraid that's going to have to wait until the next one.